is not only do your cold brew, but you can do it to go. It is so portable. I've never seen anything with the portability of this. It's so easy as well, but if you have not tried cold brew, you need to taste it to believe it. Today, price break, $39.95. We have 5 flex payments of $7.99 on it and 3 color choices. So you have the silver, you have the black, and then you have the copper. So it's going to come with your cold brew. It's also going to include your to-go cup as well. So Carrie Mileto, come on out and let's talk about this. I love this because this actually, the way that this got started, you were telling me, it was through a crowdfunding project because people have become a little obsessed with the whole cold brew thing. Love the idea, and it just took off like crazy.
Absolutely. Well, Asobu does a lot of crowdfunding for a lot of their projects because they want to be innovative and they want to give you something that's going to answer problems. So everyone loved cold brew. If you go to your coffee shop right now, you'll see it there. A lot of you may be drinking cold brew because it's 70% less acidic than regular coffee. So if you have tummy trouble like I did for a little while, drinking cold brew is the way to go. Here's how easy Asobu has made it for you to make this. This is your entire brewer. I'm going to break it down and show you all the pieces. So at the bottom is your tumbler. Now this tumbler will fit up to 40 ounces. It is stainless steel, vacuum insulated. What does that mean? That means that there's a vacuum in between the wall from the inside and the outside that will keep the elements out. You'll never have condensation on this. You'll have whatever's inside. It'll keep hot up to 12 hours, cold up to 24 hours, and it also is copper lined. We went the extra mile because you can find a lot of tumblers on the marketplace that are vacuum insulated, but copper lined is a whole nother element. The grip band is what you see me attaching right now. That's this centerpiece right here, and the grip band is what's going to connect your tumbler to the brewing carafe. The brewing carafe at the top is made from a Triton plastic. Triton can be heated up to 400 to 500 degrees, so you can do this for hot pour over also. So that takes it from cold brew to hot pour over, and this is a stainless steel mesh, which is how you're going to brew your coffee, and then you have your lid at the top, which has an air spout. So we're going to talk about why that's important in just a moment. I want to go ahead and fill this right from the start and show you how you're going to use this. Any type of brew, any type of coffee that you like is what you're going to use in here. So of course, ground coffee. If you go on vacation and you end up with this great Costa Rican brew because you're on your cruise and you went somewhere and you bought an amazing coffee, then you can bring that back and brew that with this, which is what's exciting. You're going to fill about 1/3. It's about 2 to 3 ounces of coffee, or 1/3 of your carafe there. And then you're gonna take the water and you're gonna do it in a circular fashion like this. You're gonna go all the way till it's filled up to the top, just like this. And then you're gonna let it sink through. Now you'll see what's happening here is it's actually starting to fill at the bottom. This is the best way to extract fullness from your beans. When we use drip coffee makers or coffee makers that hot flash our coffee, all that they're doing is pulling all of the acidity out of the coffee. That's why you have to put cream in it and sugar in it. Cold brewing, the reason why it's been so exciting is because it actually goes through you see how it's seeping through all the beans. And as it does that, it's extracting all the nuances, all the notes, but none of the acidity. Isn't that wonderful?
It is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's so easy.
Yes, and
I don't have to have a plug.
You do this about, no, exactly. So this makes it great for people on the go, for traveling. When I'm done filling it about 3 times, I put my lid on just like this, and I'm going to take this little silicone guy up here, and I want to close the air spout. So I want to close the air. I want to make sure everything is locked inside. Now you have 2 options at this point. You can just leave this set up how it is, completely whole, or you can actually take off your tumbler from the bottom, because maybe you have yesterday's coffee that you made, and you could take this with you for your work day, for the gym, whatever it is, and leave the brewer in your fridge. So you're gonna place this in the refrigerator for about 12 hours, up to 18 hours, depending upon how concentrated you want your brew. So I'm gonna leave this one here. Now this is one we did yesterday. See the color difference?
Yeah.
So I wanna show them side by side.
Completely.
The amazingness about cold brew is you're allowing it just to steep in the grounds and pull out, again, all those flavors, all those nuances. This is one of the top ways to brew your grounds and get the most flavor out of them. On the top, you remember that little silicone guy? You need to make sure that you move him over now, that you open it up. So when you've opened that up, you can now come down to the extraction button. And when I press that, it starts, I can hear it, it's going down into my tumbler. So you see how it's now extracting down into the bottom. That's all you have to do. It's now going into your tumbler, and just a matter of moments, you're ready to hit the ground running, get out the door, go to work, go to the gym, wherever it is. Set this up maybe for your next day and your next round. As soon as I let go of that button, I can now take it off. And it comes with a lid right here. It holds up to 40 ounces, by the way. And then I have my lid right here that once I put this lid on, it's got a silicone coat. It is completely spill proof, so it can go into your bag. It can go, you throw this anywhere because it's stainless steel. It's really heavy duty. And this goes with you. So again, up to 24 hours, this will stay cold. 12 hours for hot, because next we're going to talk about pour over.
Oh my gosh, how clever is this? I never knew, number one, why I wanted cold brew, which less acidity sounds great, right? I mean, it's one of the things about coffee is sometimes it just kind of stays with your stomach.
Sure.
And just like sits there. Now you're going to have less acidity, but how easy to be able to do this anywhere. So here are the colors. You're seeing that copper right there. I'm going to bet that's the best seller right now. Am I right?
Copper, I do.
Yep, I nailed it. Copper, you guys are loving the copper. We also have it in the silver, and then we also have it in the white, as well as your classic black. $39.95. You have coffee anywhere, anytime.
Yep.
This is great if you're camping. This is great if you're on an RV.
Yeah.
This is perfect on a boat. You don't need any plug whatsoever. All you need is your traditional coffee. Now, if I want to speed it up, what are you doing now?
So now I'm going to do a hot pour over. This is another huge trend that's happening in all the coffee shops right now. And the reason for hot pour,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to let you know we're on Facebook Live, okay? So if you have any kind of questions, you want to give a shout out, then absolutely join us, okay, on Facebook, because we are simulcasting right now. So we would love to say good morning to you. So good morning to Joyce, Jason, Lauren, and Amy.
All right, so let's say you're on a camping trip.
Yeah.
Let's say you're in the office. Let's say just those moments when you want to brew a quick coffee, you can do hot pour over with this. So you saw me just putting the hot water inside. Because this is a Triton, it's actually good for up to between 400 and 500 degrees. So it's a really highly durable plastic. It's not going to leach. It's not going to have any problems whatsoever. So you can totally do hot pour over. I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to close this right here. And again, we want to make sure we close the spout so that it can do its brewing job. So we just do this right here, just like that. I'm going to come back to this at the end of the presentation and show you the hot. So this works both ways. This is great for a college student, by the way, who doesn't have the room. They need coffee, but they don't have the room in their room for things with plugs.
Right.
So this is the ability to be able to do their cold brew at any point. But don't forget, this can also be used for cold brew tea. So if you are a tea drinker or someone in your life this is a fabulous way to give them a way to make cold brew tea, which is just as expensive as cold brew coffee. If you have been to the cold aisle at the store, like where the milk is and everything, that's where they sell the cold brew teas and coffees. They are so expensive. And when you buy them and once you open them, they're only good for so long. So being able to make this way is going to save you so much money, but give you that enjoyment of having the cold brew experience.
What a great experience. How simple is this? And how affordable. It's $39.95. I mean, what do you spend for a coffee brewer? And we do have coffee brewers, we have them coming up. But this portability for cold brew, people prefer cold brew for a very easy reason. And actually, I don't think I've ever tasted cold brew.
You know,
does it taste different?
Oh my gosh, so we'll have to give you a little taste. Yeah, so it's gonna be completely smooth. When I drink cold brew, when I drink regular coffee or tea, I have to add sugar. And especially for coffee, I have to add cream because I'm trying to get rid of the bitterness. And what you get rid of when you do cold brew is the bitterness. It'll be so smooth, you'll be shocked that you'll be like, I don't have to put anything in this. And that is what is incredible about cold brew and why so many people are attracted to it, because it's also a healthier way of drinking your coffee. If you don't have to put cream, you don't have to put sugar in your coffee, you're pulling all those calories and those carbs back out. I do want to make mention with the tea, you can also use tea bags. So it doesn't have to be loose leaf. It could be a tea bag that you just put, remember it's about 1/3 of the carafe that you're filling. You may change that, but that's where you should start. That's kind of the good place to start. But you'll do it to your taste. taste, of course. So here's the tea that we've had steeping for a while. So you see side by side the tea, see what happens. So over time, it's going to darken.
And does tea take about the same time as coffee?
About the same time.
Okay.
So you're looking at about 12 hours is ideal.
I have some questions.
Yeah.
Which we just answered. Finesse, can you use tea bags? Yes.
Yes.
You can. Cheryl said it looks like a really great system. I think it is too. And Jackie K said she is so excited. She just began making cold brew coffee. She just ordered this and can't wait till it gets here. And James was saying, wow, portable coffee maker, no power source, no AC, no batteries, no nothing. I love that. And also, Mariquita said, how much coffee? The whole can. So I'm assuming.
So you can do up to 40 ounces in the tumbler, is that this? But so in here you're doing about 3 cups of water that are gonna go through each time, but you can keep filling your tumbler if that's what you wanna do. And I wanted you to taste that. Right? It completely blows your mind.
You can totally taste the difference.
If you've never had cold brew, it will blow your mind how smooth it is, how much you're tasting the actual notes of the coffee now.
Oh.
Never will you have that burned coffee anymore.
Let me give a quick update. The silver is sold out.
Oh.
Okay, I have 4 dozen left if you want it in the silver. And okay, in the copper, I have 6 dozen left. So silver and copper, both very limited. Get this home and try it. You have 30 days to experience it. And you know what? You're gonna find that this is probably gonna be your new go-to. You may not even use the pods anymore because I just love the fact that it has less acidity to it.